She was his victim. She was definitely his victim. And a lot of what she did in blaming me was to avoid her getting hit. When my dad would beat my mom and I would see blood on the sheets the next morning, I knew it was because of me. He was beating her because I failed. She was his victim.
You wrote about all that too. Again, I'm not trying to have you revisit it. I'm trying to figure out that night why, if you knew that this was happening to your mom, I get the betrayal that she knew and you thought you were protecting her by not telling her, but she knew. Still, if you have this burning hatred towards your dad, you had no thought about rescuing your mom at all?
A series of incidents told me that my mom would not just not take our side, but egg him on. When I found one of my mom's suicide notes, and I called my brother and said, "Mom's going to commit suicide. We need to do something." My brother had gone to my mom. This was a few years before, and said, "Leave Dad. We'll leave with you. We'll go back to New Jersey." And my mom said, "I'm never leaving your father. Your father is a great man, and I'm his wife, and that's who I am." Through step by step, my mother had shown that she was united with my dad, but I still didn't believe she knew. And when I found out that she knew, I no longer saw him and her as different. They were different. She was his victim. I should have known that. I should have separated it in my mind. But at that night, I saw them as one person. Had she not been in the room, maybe it would have been different. It would have been different.
But wait a minute. I'm going to ask you about that, because when you shot him the first time, she was still alive. You had to go out and reload to kill her.
Yes. All I heard was a no, and I ran out. That's the part of this that is the hardest, and you're right. I wish to God I did not do that.
Well, so after the murders, are you doing okay? You need a break?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, you're not fine. No one would be fine after discussing this. Take some deep breaths. Like I said, don't hold your breath. I don't want you passing out in there. So, after the murders, and I've read what you wrote, it wasn't immediate, but then you realized police weren't coming and you were going to figure out a way to cover it up, right?
Yes.
So, did it ever occur to you that maybe you're putting other people in danger by just disposing of guns?
Not at that time, no.
Where'd you dump them?
Off of Mulholland Highway.
Okay. Chance anybody could find them, right?
Yes.
What about, and this, I know I've read both briefs, but what about the money afterwards and the spending sprees?
It's shameful.
I mean, why do you think why do you think that was?
You know, I was torn between hatred of myself over what I did and wishing that I could undo it, and trying to live out my life as making teenager decisions, and I bought a Rolex. Buying a Rolex, which is just an incredibly callous act, made me to make myself feel more like a man. To say, okay, I'm a man now, as if that's going to make me a man. buying a suit.